Following on from looking at personal and also social factors of learners that can influence teaching, we are now going to be looking at 4 other different considerations of learners that we need to be mindful of as teachers or trainers, which can of course promote inclusive teaching and learning. We have cultural factors, cognitive, physical and also sensory factors of learners. So we are going to be defining each one. The first key term is cultural factors. Okay, so we would like for you to explain the term cultural factors of learners and give lots of examples here. So we're thinking about what cultural factors of learners that could really sort of influence the teaching experience and environment. So think about the learner's religion, if there's any language barriers, and also their particular values as well, their beliefs, their values. So as teachers and trainers, why is it important to be mindful of cultural factors and backgrounds? And are there any ways that we can really promote our support for our learners if they have a particular religion that they follow? Okay, so thinking about how we can overcome, for example, language barriers. How can we support our learners that way? Perhaps organising some additional support inside and outside of the lesson. Furthermore, we have cognitive factors of learners. So this could be writing speeds of learners, attention spans, and also processing speeds as well. So as teachers and trainers, of course, we need to be mindful that learners do take time to really reflect on instructions that they're being asked by a teacher. Some understand what you are saying straight away, okay? Others do take a little bit more time. So being mindful of that is going to be a good hallmark of any teacher. But do you have any particular advice on how you cater for learners with, say, different cognitive speed? So we'd like for you to think about that within your assignment, of course. Furthermore, we have physical factors of learners. Okay, so think about here about the learners, perhaps their health, their physical ability, movement as well of the learners. So thinking of the different factors there. How does that influence perhaps your own teaching? Do we need to cater for learners that perhaps have a physical need? Okay, so how do you do that? Are there any scenarios or examples that you've encountered so far within your teaching career? And finally, sensory factors. This could be VARC, it could be the learner's sight, hearing. And so we're thinking about how do you cater for so many different activities which promote VARC, and also the learner's eyesight, their physical sensory abilities here. So thinking how can we perhaps adapt our lessons if a learner has perhaps a hearing or sight impairment as well. So all of these different factors are key considerations which promote an inclusive teaching and learning environment. Okay, so do reflect on each one. Okay, so talk about examples that you've encountered, of course, and have a look once again at pages 359 to 368 within the textbook to find out more about these different elements of inclusive practice. Once again, for this first assignment question, we're looking for between 1,000 words and also 1,500 words there as well. So do take your time with this first assignment question.